All right. Thank all of you for being here. Daily meeting with us. And I don't think I've ever told you how I come up with these, whatever I'm going to talk about. I never do anything on the fly. That's not even my personality type. What I do is every day after what you would call close of business, I think about everything that happened during the day, everything we need to accomplish, and then I have a note on my phone that's called morning meetings, and then I just jot down some things that I want to ask or some things that I want to correct or anything like that. And then what I do is I come up with all these ideas and I build these plans and I don't tell anyone. Then, already knowing the answer to the question, I ask questions out to the team because just because I know the answer doesn't make it the best answer. Some leader should have heard that. Just because I know the answer does not make it the best answer. It just makes it the best answer for my personality type, not for the company, or not for the 98% of the world who don't have my personality type. Someone following that? Just because I know what is a good idea doesn't mean it's a good idea for empaths. Doesn't mean it's a good idea for administrative professionals or blue-collar workers or someone who didn't grow up in America, homeless and black. So I hold on to my ideas, and then I say something. Sometimes I say something that's a non-negotiable, so I don't ask it as a question. I give it out as an order. The reason I would give it out as an order, and it's very rare, I would say, all right, we need to do this. This needs to happen. It's very rare because it would be when I know this needs to happen and not that the parties involved or the things involved would be against it, but it just needs to happen for the sake of everyone involved, the direction of the company, happiness, wealth, prestige, and the overall goal of individuals feeling like they're going higher and higher and higher. No one likes to be stuck in the same place. So hopefully that helps you out in your meetings. If you're someone solo by yourself, that nothing I said changes that. You just direct that towards you and not your team. Like nothing I said changes. If you have a nonprofit, nothing I said changes. Right? So don't go, well, I'm by myself or I have a nonprofit. If you are your brand, nothing I said changes whatsoever. Nothing. Because it's all just leadership. It's just leadership and human behavior. And you're still a human. And as long as you have a company, you're making your company act like a human. That's kind of how we do taxes. We humanize these companies and tell these companies that they need to pay taxes. Hopefully that helps you. 3-minute spiel on how I get this stuff done. Anywho, Deanna, most of this meeting is for you, what we need to do. And then actually, so let me start off with Grace and Reggie. Sandals and Paul. Fantastic job on the videos with the red bandana. Yes. The red bandana could. You understand?
That's it.
I do understand. Yes, yes. I synced it. I know he was being safe. I understand. He just chose his favorite color. Yes, there you go. Wave it. Yes. Channels, I need you to schedule me a new post. I will send it to you. In between your time, I just need you to also have in content creation, content curation too. Mm-hmm. Curation is just the scheduling and distributing of those content. Okay. I'm going to send you a link, but wait, because I have a meeting today, and I'll see if it Just wait till after my meeting, and then I'll send you a link concerning. Okay? Cool?
Okay.
All right. Good stuff.
Also,
yes.
For the event that's coming up, I'm going to type up something because I want to post it, but I want to send it to you before I send it out.
Do you have an idea what it is now?
Yeah.
Go ahead and give it to me. It's a daily meeting.
Okay. Well, it's going to say, hopefully I can remember everything I'm going to say because it's going off the top of my head. But it's for the Conquer the Crisis 2.0 Summit.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to say, for those of you who attended this event, you want to make sure you're here for this next one. For those of you who didn't attend, you want to make sure you don't miss this one because the last summit was, awesome. And they're going to do it again. Antonio and his millionaire billionaire friends are going to do it again. And this time they're adding a panel discussion along in the summit with millionaire and billionaire speakers. So something along those lines.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. It does cost $9.95 this time.
Okay.
Yeah, I found it out yesterday. That's $9.95. $995. I'm joking. $9.95.
Okay.
$9.95. Don't know if that'll change. I found that out yesterday. So there you go.
Okay, so I'll put that in the post as well.
No problem. Wordsmith it the way you want, but that sounds genuine. Sounds great. Do that. The post I'm going to have you scheduled is different, but I'll come back to that after my meeting. In the last meeting, I'll bring it up when I talk to Deanna.
Okay.
When you and Reggie were out on mission, I brought up something. Cool. Outstanding. Reggie, anything you got for me? In fact, while you're doing that, you did something very good yesterday that I liked, and I don't remember what it is. But it was something about your brand, and it was on one of your groups. It was something I liked. I don't know if it was basketball. It was something about your SoundCloud, old music and new music. I knew it was something. I knew it was in there. Good job, because I want you to promote yourself and find your dreams as well. But anyway, you got something you got for me? Your hair looks fantastic, by the way.
I did it myself. Juices and berries is what I use.
Yeah. Yes, sir. You and Law, juices and berries. Yes.
That's all we need. Yes.
Yes, I'm a long way away from and if I try to grow it, Law, that growth process is,
that is a hazmat.
We might lose the whole company going to that growth process, and we just going to keep it right here. We're going to keep it right here. Hazmat. Anything you got for me?
No, I will pick up the phone and call you if I do, like I did yesterday.
That's what you do. That is exactly what you do. So you
you
had three things for me yesterday.
Brain receptors.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Cool then. Well, I'm looking forward to helping you with your book.
I do have one. Yeah. I'm still working on the book. The finishing of the personal page.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So is that the question, the personal page, or you?
Well, it's not a question, just the finishing of it.
Oh, you need to. All right, Deanna, put that on the list. He's talking about not the personal page, but the.
Yeah, but me and my words.
Yeah, the fan page. Yeah. Yes.
I will tear something up in a minute.
I do understand. You tap into your George Bush.
No, that's Jesse Jackson. Jesse Jackson.
Oh, yeah. Jesse Jackson makes up words.
He will make up a word. Yes, he will.
And you do know how to rhyme them too, so that might work out. Yes.
As long as you say it in a complete sentence.
Got you. All right, we'll take care of you on the page. We'll start working on it, but give us a couple of days. You'll start seeing some progression. Cool.
No problem.
All right, Deanna, appreciate you. Rest of this is pretty much for you and on you. Immediately, non-negotiable. All right. Now, what is negotiable is the price. I'm going to suggest a price, but the price is negotiable. Okay? price is negotiable between you, Phil, and Susan. No one knows what I'm talking about yet. The distribution of it is non-negotiable too. All right, so that's it. Here we go. Everything in the Monday section of the Bureau of Dominant Speakers, I need you to pull it, download it, send it to Dropbox, then send it to Susan. And then what I want you to do is I want you to make that a bundle package for them. Take their leadership, their advice, their vision, make it for them, put it on their landing page, and then sync the payment method to their PayPal or whatever else they have to pay. All right?
Okay, I'm typing it up now.
Okay. And then next Monday, you just start putting it back in the Monday place.
Okay.
Okay. Knocking out like 6 birds in one stone. I'll repeat it for you. You're going to take all that, bundle it, put it in, keep it as M4A though, the audio, just in case they use that. Keep it as M4A. And then you're going to put that all together in Dropbox. And then from Dropbox, it'll let you send it to her Dropbox. All right? She knows what to do with it from there. That way she can have access to it. Now, you may do the uploading to the site or something, but at least they have their material. You got me? Mm-hmm. Okay. Then that's going to become a package for them, also a funnel for them. Understand?
Got it.
The price is negotiable, whatever they want to charge. It's not got nothing to do with me. I can tell you what the value is for sure. It's $99 per class. Anywhere between $99 and $150 per class. All right? Mm-hmm. So if it's 15 classes, that's 99 times 15 or 150 times 15. Got me? Mm-hmm. Also, and I'm about to let all y'all respond there, but not yet. Also, I need you to get with one of them, oh, maybe we'll decide right now, a phone number or one of their phone numbers, preferably a mobile device. That's much better because I want people to be able to text them. And their version of a fan phone. Okay? Grace, this is for you too. Every Monday and Tuesday, that's their class and the Bureau keynotes. You know, I say, all right, hey everybody, you can text Antonio 49500-1546. That, okay, that's what you're gonna do on every Monday and Tuesday call, but not my number, theirs. Right? Yeah, not mine. Okay. I almost confused Grace for a second. Not mine. Their number. Now, I'm going to create, because they are, give me a word, Law, something like fantabulous. Give me a word. I need a flamboyant word like that. I want to say they are blank coaches. Something awesome. Give me a word. You got them great words. Yes, it's fantabulous. Can I get away with that? Or you think it? You think it. All right, you think it. They are dynamic duo. Karen said that. Dynamic duo. I need one of them spandex words. Yes. I need one of those words. Yeah, buddy. They are that good at coaching, and it's time to condition and set up our audience and future audience that they have access to Phil and Susan. I don't want to leave that confused. All right. I want to make that abundantly clear. And I want to make it abundantly clear that the expediation or the rise of your speaking career, text their number, right? Whatever their number is. 713, no, that's Houston, but you get the point.
I got a couple for you.
You got, okay, give it to me.
So we got stupendous, marvelous. Okay. I like legendary too.
All right, legendary works. And stupendous, you know what, I'm gonna use all of them. They are stupendous, marvelous, legendary coaches. Okay, there it is. There it is. That's SML. That's what they are. Henceforth, that's it. That's their nickname around here. SML. Stupendous, marvelous, and legendary. And it is far easier, not easier, but it's just, we need to set that stage. That bridge needs to be easy to cross. Okay, and it's not as easy as I would like it. But starting tonight, because tonight's Tuesday, isn't it? Starting tonight, Grace, which one of y'all typically host that? You? Both of y'all? That means both of y'all need the information. All right? Both of y'all need it. So you're going to lunch out that number. How many times you going to say the number, Deanna?
Every chance I get.
Outstanding answer. That's the one I was looking for. Outstanding, Private. Good job. That's the one that I want. And whatever number, that's on them. All right? Whatever number they decide, that's got nothing to do with me. Not an email. Not Messenger. A number. That's going to be better. Why am I doing that? Because I am anticipating the new normal. What I'm doing is I am setting Phil and Susan up for the new normal. You understand? Messenger is going to be part of the new normal, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Messenger will, but they already know how to use Messenger. If you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, Facebook came out with a patch yesterday or the day before. Messenger is now for they got a desktop. They have a desktop version of Messenger, a standalone app. Now, I know what Facebook is trying to do because it's common sense. They want half the world on WhatsApp, half the world on Messenger. That's just that simple. It's that simple. That simple. I guarantee you, let me get on my Nostradamus self, very soon, both WhatsApp and Messenger will have very strong payment options to do your everyday purchases in both apps. I guarantee you. It's what I would do. And they already have the blueprint. It's called WeChat. 90% of the commerce exchange in China is through an app called WeChat. 90%. Can you video within? Yes. You can video. Oh, on the desktop? I don't know. I haven't checked it out because I'm like, oh my God, no. I don't need my desktop is totally private. And I was like, oh my God, no. I do not need the feds watching, you know. No, my laptop is private. You know, think about taping the camera, but I use it so much. You understand? But I want them prepared for the new normal. The new normal is going to be, without a doubt, video conferences and text marketing. Without a doubt. And I want them first. Okay? So that's why it has to be a cell phone number-ish. Okay? Got me? Now, you can add anything else. Just make sure we, with our resources and traffic, set up the cell phone numbers. But you can't add anything else. They can add anything else. It's their brand. Got me? Let me pause right here. I said a whole lot. So Phil and Susan, you can unmute your mics. Deanna, keep yourself unmuted. And anything you want to add, throw in there. According to your brand, Deanna, anything you want to add in there. Go ahead, Susan.
Oh, you said unmute. I guess I'm trying to take it all in. You said the landing page.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. Deanna, I want to enhance their landing page too sometime this week. I forgot to mention that. Thank you, Susan. I'm glad you said that.
Well, you mentioned something about putting all of these on a landing page.
Yes, right. But not for free.
Right.
It's they won't be able to see it. They got to purchase it. But
okay, I see what you did there. And then our other landing page.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about using the same one. It could just be the second page of that page. It could be a series of pages, like a funnel.
Okay, that sounds great.
Yeah, same link. You don't have to change anything. You can start with the assessment, and then the next page can offer that.
Okay.
Don't have to change anything. We're just going to enhance it, though, Deanna.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to enhance it greatly. It needs to be a video up there. We could pick anything, one of their training videos right now until we can direct some good stuff. Anything like that. Anything else, Susan?
No, that's all for right now, other than us being able to chat at some point.
Okay. I'll try to make that happen this week. All right. Yeah.
This is awesome. Thank you.
Sweet. Oh, no problem. So strip all that, Deanna. That's plenty of material. And then just next Monday, go back to 1. All right.
Antonio?
Hey, go ahead, Phil.
First of all, thank you very much. We really appreciate you thinking about us and wanting to help us. That just means a lot to us.
Yes, sir.
I would like to think about how do we structure, instead of, and keep this going in terms of the speaking, but focus on what we do as humor consultants and what we've done for corporate America all these years. And I'm feeling there's a shift in the marketplace, and something that's going to be important is the concept of joy. I think joy is going to be a leading indicator of the success of your business and your life. If you're having joy in your life, then you're aligned, you're doing the right things, you got everything going. So I would like to think about how do we structure a program based on the concept of creating, maintaining, and increasing the joy in your life. I think that'd be a broader market to attack. The speaking is okay, and I love doing it, and I hope we're providing value for everybody who participates. But I think a bigger pie is having people say, how do I get more joy? Well, tap into these guys because that's what they're teaching.
Yep. That is. Let me ask you a question to that. I got something rolling in my head. Perfect world, how long would that program runtime be?
Well, I mean, it could be infinity.
Right.
But, I think each segment could be 40 minutes, 45 minutes.
That's okay. Good. All right. I have an idea. I'm going to throw this out there and see what this feels like. We can Saturdays, instead of, we can invite everybody. You can help us, enrich us, that's for sure. And then, for however long you want, like a conference, we can do as many Saturdays as you want, tie into a series, and then record it all, and then send you all that video and audio. And that way, you would be knocking out 2 birds in 1 stone and have an audience to answer questions from. What does that sound like?
Also have them participate, because as we know today, we've got to think of ourselves as facilitators, not presenters.
Yep.
So as
Yeah.
long as, so we need that audience to facilitate the facilitation, if that makes sense.
Fantastic. Yep. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Fantastic. How many Saturdays do you think you would need?
Oh, we could just keep going until it's like this. How many Monday nights do we need? How many Tuesday nights do we need? We need as many as we can create as we go through
Fair
life.
enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, then.
Yeah, Antonio, if you think of
Uh-huh.
what we have done, you know, all through these years, over 4,000
Right.
presentations around the country, not including all of our coaching and all of that. What we are doing here is helping the speakers be able to get out and do that. And now we're helping them to be able to do this online with what we did last night and tonight. But what we have done personally is out across America doing this, in Canada, but and I guess Mexico, I guess we've done that too. So, but so all of our material, our wealth of material, the wealth of knowledge that's inside of Phil that you guys have witnessed, that's what we want to be able to
Right.
share. That's what Phil is saying. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Okay. Give me Deanna.
Yes,
I
sir.
need your ideas. I need that. That's an easy problem to solve. What's not easy is I need it to be, since I'm going to use the word consistent, but I'm something strong in that. I need it to be back to back to back to back to back. Okay, no more than week intervals. Okay, you got that so far?
Back to back to back, no more than week intervals.
Right.
Like,
So I'm talking about the frequency. The frequency is I don't want it to go. It needs to be the worst case scenario. Frequency is once a week. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? All right.
Mm-hmm.
But I need it to be something, because joy is comprehensive. Comprehensive is kindergarten to the 12th grade. It stacks on top of itself. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You're right. There's some principles in kindergarten you still use in the 12th grade. Like, even though K through 2 can pretty much be all one, but you know, we use the same cursive, which I don't learn no more. You learn in the 3rd grade, you use in high school.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? All right. Joy is comprehensive. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Those joy, looking at this 2 ways. Let me pause real quick. I want everybody, here's the struggle that I'm having here is, as they were talking, I do one thing and one thing only. It's the only thing I do, and I wish that every last one of you would do, and I got it from Steve Jobs. I went out to the customer experience and built around the customer experience, built this in my head around the customer experience, not our resources, not the availability, not anything, but the customer experience. And when I went to the customer experience, as they were talking, 2 gaping, not holes, but 2 fantastic things happen in my head in customer experience that I need to duplicate with frequency. Thing number 1, when Kiara asks us a question, if it's frequent, she can build on top of her next question. She can ask a question, Grayson ask a question on a Tuesday, get a fantastic answer from Phil on a Tuesday, coming back to that. Then let that sit in a week, and then come back and say, you know what, last Tuesday you told me this, and boom, whatever comes out. You get what I'm saying? That is going to be the best part of the customer experience, to have that comprehensive, that connecting the joy from week to week. which now brings me myself come back to Phil, and then Phil's going to be able to answer, well, during the week, what happened? See, that's where you went wrong, or see, that's where you went right. You get it? You took this principle, you went out there and applied it, you got beat up. What it looked like when you got beat up? Well, I'm bleeding, but I'm happy. Fantastic. Sometimes we're happy when we're bleeding, right? That he's got 50 million quotes in his head he can use. You see what I'm doing with the customer experience here?
Yeah.
If you're going to teach, at first I was leaning to, well, let's just, knock it out. But I asked a question. And I said, how, in a perfect world, what's the runtime? Forever and ever, right? No doubt, right? I get it. That's no doubt. Joy is forever. The customer experience is going to be, how is Michael able to hold in his head what's being said, goes back out in the week, come back, or goes back out the next day, come back, say something, learn something. That it's the transformation I am attempting to capture to the customer experience. Phil's transformation, answering the questions, the customer transformation, and asking the questions. You fully got me, because I'm about to release it on you.
Well, one term
Ask a question. Go ahead, Phil.
Is proof of concept.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what you're doing,
yeah,
by creating that interaction. We're providing the proof of concept that what we're saying works. And Michael went out and did what he did, learned from it, and here's where he is today, and he's growing. You go do the same. It's like a team of athletes. You have your practice, you have your game, then you look at the tapes, look at the film, and then you go back to practice to see how you can improve or continue what you did that made you successful.
Got me? All right. Give me an idea how to go ahead, Phil.
Hey, Satish, does India need some more joy?
Yes.
Yes, sir. No doubt about it. I was about to mention that point to Antonio, that once you devise this plan, then we need to talk about Indian segment as well.
That's actually coming up. That's actually the last point that I'm making. So good job, because you're in 2 points today. You're in 2 points. This and MeWe, but we got to come back to that. But good job. And India most certainly needs joy, because you're on a real lockdown, not a stay at home, lockdown. And they get in trouble going out into the streets. Lockdown. Y'all understand? India is on lockdown so much that the nitrogen in the air has receded.
Wow.
Yes, I saw it on CNN. The skies are clear. It's incredible what's happening. It's incredible. Yes.
Pollution has reduced by 55%.
Wow.
That is incredible.
Here's
That's how. Go ahead.
Want even a bigger picture?
Mm-hmm.
You're aware that the Earth has a wobble, right?
Yeah.
Well, the wobble has been being reduced because there's lack of movement on the planet. The Earth is wobbling less because of this instance.
Wow.
Is that a goosebump thing or not?
Yeah, it is. I'm not even sure how to handle that. Wow. I'm not even sure how to handle that. That's awesome. It's awesome information, that's for sure.
That means we make the world go round.
Yeah. Lockdown. India is under serious lockdown. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. I think they need some joy. Of course, the app world is going insane. That's awesome. So good time to own. If you own something on a mobile device, if you own some attention on the mobile device, this is a fantastic time to be in business. fantastic time. Any company, ATS included, that has attention on a mobile device is doing pretty good. Something you may want to think about. How many times you heard me say, this is the new TV, podcast and the radio. Everyone's stuck at home, not watching TV, but watching TV with the TV on in the background. I just said a lot. Yeah. Give me an idea how to pull this off. Simple says so true.
If they do 45-minute segments, they can cover.
I thought about that. I thought about that. Give me something else besides 45 minutes.
Okay.
I don't want to tell you why. I'm gonna throw some stuff out there. I'm gonna give you something to hang on because, of course, you know I already got my ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about a conference, it's not going to be as feasible as I thought it would be. That's the first thing that popped in my head. Then I was thinking about replacing a class with a class. Not going to be as feasible only because they're an hour. And I was like, yeah, but right when the joy gets good, it's going to be time up, right? I thought about that. Then I thought about, well, okay, so pick something else. And I thought about, well, then they really want the people who want to be there talking about joy, because that would bring all the Phil and Susan's gifts out. And it would bring a certain authenticity to the audience. They need a small group. To check on my strong friend.
Mm-hmm.
The passport to manhood.
Mm-hmm.
Get it?
Mm-hmm.
They need a small group. Their time, then it gets promoted. It could be whatever frequency they want, but it needs to be a small group. We just probably won't upload it. We'll just probably give it to them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Okay.
All right, problem solved. So work that out, time, frequency, and then since it'll be, so you just got to work it out to where it's not colliding with another Zoom call. Small group, like the passport to manhood that's getting ready to start, that we're allowing Reggie to do his podcast with, the check on your strong friend that Grace does, that's very popular, and yours, the parentpreneur, and now Joy Stuff. That's not the name of it, but you get the point.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Problem solved there. Anything else you want to add, Phil and Susan, there?
Well, when I think of, our branding of humor consultants, which we've branded, for years, we just I had created that Total Life Enjoyment, which, we branded that years ago too, but we didn't really do much with it. The Total Life in Joy, and I always would put the JOY in all caps. That's the name of our podcast. I don't know if we should stick with that name and, then humor consultants over here. So that's something to be considered too.
Yeah, it'd be fantastic for branding. I mean, it's consistent, and you can always say, because you lean towards the Total Life Enjoyment, it wouldn't take away from humor consultants, because you can always say powered by humor consultants.
Right.
Or exactly. So that would be right on branded. Then you can take that material and choose which material you want to put directly to the podcast, right? You just never run out of material.
Yeah, and enjoyment is the participation of joy. That's how you create joy is by participating in enjoyment.
Good. So the way we got the small groups working is they hover around everything. And now by small groups, that term is just something I borrowed from mega churches. Okay, it's just nothing. It just means that this is a Zoom call that we invite out to everybody, and the people who like that topic, they go to it for their own healing, and they want to be there. They're not overwhelmed. They just absolutely want to be there by choice, and that has worked out extremely well because, no sense in talking about joy with a bunch of people. Actually, you should talk about joy with a bunch of people who are mad, but, the people who want to be there, that'll help bring it out too. That works. So good. Small group format, Deanna. Logos, names, all that's on them. We got everything set up. I like it. When do we start promoting that number tonight?
Tonight.
Good. I gave the answer away by accident. Outstanding. Good. All right. That was that whole section there. Upload and finalize. Oh, all right. Next section. I need to upload, and I decided to do I got some people to interview and hire, and I'm going to do the first round. I decided I need to put my fingerprint on it, and only because I need to create a process that operates on its own. Kind of makes sense. And I need to upload a training regimen because remember, I think I said in the last 2 days that we have to change the way we hire. Am I saying that?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't saying that because I was smart. I was saying that because I got to hire again, and I have to change the way I do it. Instead of saying, come to the office for an interview, guess what I have to say? Here's a Zoom call. But now it created another, yes, tip is in check. But that created another problem. The other problem is now I got to train, and I can't train you in person. This is a major issue. You do understand this is a major issue. I have to train. So I've been thinking, well, how can I train? And I came up with the idea last night. I've been thinking about it for 2 weeks, but I think I told you on another call. You keep thinking about something until it just say, universe, give me the dang on answer right now. Of course, you're not going to get it. But over time, you will. Focus on the positive. Tempest. Yes. I'm going to have to do Zoom interviews. No problem. Let me give y'all a free tip. I've already built, this is how I've checked myself to hire fairly. I've built a profile, a psychological profile of the people that I want to hire. You should definitely pay attention to this. This person has no gender. This person has a psychological profile. Follow me so far? Shake your head, Deanna, if you get me. All right, they had a psychological profile, no gender. So now I got past my gender bias. The psychological profile gets me past my Zoom bias about, background, kids running around, noise in the background, right? Anything like that, right? Gets you past that. And I built some points about, I think it's 9 of them that I'm looking for. When someone fits that, they have an opportunity to be hired. That makes me as fair as possible because I already built who I want to hire. Now I'm just looking to see who fits that vibration. Free tip for y'all if you need it. All right, good stuff. I need to upload. The reason I'm telling you this is because I need to upload this. I have a training regimen in my. Oh, I'm sorry. I want to say one more thing because I'm trying to make y'all anticipate my problems as well, so you don't have them. That's the whole point of me opening up these daily meetings to the public. So I never know what's going to be said. We're just getting this stuff done. My next problem is if I can't get with them in person, Grace, how I know they training? Help me, somebody.
Good question.
That's why the one person that we hired, Grace, I haven't started yet because I've been trying to figure this out. Remember I was on the phone with you 3-way? That's why I ain't started. You know I ain't no procrastinator. You know I don't, you know that. You know, I say we're going to get it done, we're going to get it done.
I thought he was going through the first assignment that you gave him, and that's why you hadn't said anything.
I don't know how to put my DNA in him virtually. You understand? Because you still have to match the culture. Temp is put in chat. If they can adapt to this, then they will be more profitable down the road. So this is a great, quote, test. She's right. Fantastic. Let's finish this, and I'm going to show you how many ways this company is adapting already. I'm already showing you. More is caught than taught. Some of y'all should be catching something. So guess what I figured out? I said, you know what I can do? This is where you come in, down. You got to remind me to do this because it's administrative, but I need to do it. I can't pass it off to you. But since it's administrative, Tempest knows I hate admin work. And so my whole self-sabotage is going to pop up. I'm going to find something else to do. I am. I'm going to be busy, Michael. I'm going to be busy. I'm going to find something else to do. I see, yeah, buddy. Yes, I have no idea where they at. If it's pointing out I'm not wearing my glasses, I cannot find my glasses to save my life. I have no idea where they at. Anywho, they're probably thrown away by now. Thrown away. Now, I need to upload to Thinkific.
Antonio,
go ahead, Phil.
Would you like two things? Would you like a technique to find your glasses?
Sure.
Okay. Visualize in your mind your glasses. See them as clearly as you can. You know what they look like. You know what they, you know. Okay, now visualize the last time you saw them. Where are they?
The last place I left them.
But it'll come to you. That'll.
Yeah, it'll come to you, yeah.
Yeah, are you familiar with the DISC assessments? Driver influence, steady, and compliance?
Recently, I just got about 6 months ago. I just heard of that.
Yeah, so you want to find people that have a high D. D is for driven,
yeah.
I is influencers, S is for steady, and C is for compliance.
Yeah.
And in the sales position, the best one is high D and high I. They're highly driven and they want to influence. So that's what you're looking for. You're looking for people that have high D and high I's when they do the assessment.
Good stuff. I'll definitely look that up. The only reason I know about that is that came up with me and Eric Thomas. He was bringing that up. That's the first time I heard of it. E.T. was bringing that up. And he's got a Tony Robbins version of it that he was telling me about. And that's the first time I heard of it.
Yeah, it's been around I was first tested 35 years ago. So
wow.
It's been around for a while. And it's a great tool. And they have a DISC profile for golfers. They have a DISC profile, so they've morphed it. But that's when you get the monkeys, the what you talk about in the animals.
Mm-hmm.
That's just an extension of the concept of DISC.
Makes sense. Deanna, do me a favor. Google for me and just send me a link. DISC profile for salespersons. That'll help me build out my psychological profile. I get to tweak it now. Good job, Phil. Appreciate that, man. That was valuable. That was invaluable. DISC profile for sales people. Somebody that already did something extensive. It's a good point about Google. It's already there, right? It's already there. Someone has sped up my learning curve, and then I can do my thing after that. Just send me a few of those links. I need to upload the training regimen there. Why do I need to upload it there? Chris says, stolen and put in my notes to research. My man. Oh, man. My boy Chris is going to build him a $1 billion company. I tell you. I ain't mad at him. Definitely. So I'll definitely do that. Reason, so still this too, Chris. Thinkific allows me to track y'all progression. So every time you go take a class in the thingamabobby, right, with your username password, it's thingamabobby, it's a technical term. I get to see, oh, you're 15% done, 17% done. So now guess what? I can track training. I never seen thingamabobby spelled. That actually looks like it's spelled right. Did I get that? Do you see what I did? Since I can't train in person, and I can't, because usually I just say, Grace, train. That's what I do that a lot. Grace, train. Train Grace, because she's a teacher, and she's real simple and step by step. Train Grace. You ain't doing nothing else the rest of the week. Train. How many times did that to you, Grace?
I can't count. I don't know.
Okay, good. I'm gonna keep doing it. Once we get back to touching people, I'm gonna keep doing it. All right? But since that's been taken away from me, I have to do it differently now. So look how I've adapted. Zoom interview, well, Facebook and LinkedIn get jobs that way. Applicants, excuse me. Zoom interviews. And Thinkific training. I upload training, like the same way you take your classes, I upload training. Yes, I already know what to do. You ain't gotta worry about it. I already know what I want to put there. And here's the cool thing. Now I can train faster because it's automated. Yes. Where would it took Grace a week, I can get this. Look, you need to do, boom, take notes. Let me see. You understand? Like, go through. I can take a week into 3 days. And, well, I can only train one person at a time, no more than 2 people at a time. I could train infinity at a time now. And training cost is reduced. Y'all hearing me?
Mm-hmm.
That's invaluable. Tempest is right. If you adjust during this time, you're going to benefit. I just cut down training costs. So now I don't have to say, Grace, don't sell, don't do anything. That costs me money. Now I can send them to a system. Go ahead, Chris.
That's also a great way so you can learn your students even more to either cater to their needs, upsell, and much more, which also is like a big win for relationship building, because it's going to be like, how do you actually know me kind of thing. It's no different from like Walgreens, CVS, and other like huge databases. That's just an educated guess I'm getting from listening.
No, you're right. And don't forget, let me tell you why I really like this. Because this is my grand old party coming out here. Okay. Texas is a fire at will state. Sure is. That means I get to fire you at my will. And if you ain't driven or an influencer, this stuff, if you ain't taking your training regiment classes, you understand? And I'm looking and you just got hired, you don't meet the mustard. You got to go. You didn't finish training. How many of y'all that went to Walmart or Office Depot and they took you out through that little training module that you had to do as soon as you got hired? The training module, you know what I'm talking about. If Johnny steals from the register and you saw it, 1 through 5, how likely are you to tell, right? 1, strongly disagree. 3, neutral. 5, strongly agree, right? That's stuff, and that's mandatory. soon as you, Charlie got 8 apples. Then she gonna do her math. Think about that. That's mandatory, isn't it? And you gotta do that training all day, don't you? Yes. For some places, you gotta do it the whole first week. Yep, I get to do that now. Can y'all see how I've adjusted? I get to do that. There's 33 modules here. I need this done. I need this done. Can't say she been talking. If Johnny got 8 apples, right? All right, good stuff. So, Deanna, I need to upload that. You need to keep me accountable because I'm going to make excuses because it's admin work.
Antonio, Carol put 2 things in the chat. The first one, she said predictive index is another assessment tool she used in HR and coaching. And then she put a question, will the trainees have a forum to go to during training to discuss what they just learned?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's going to be hidden from the public, and it's going to have the modules, and after each module is a discussion thread. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Chris, go ahead.
Oh, I think we definitely need to talk about this a little bit if we can. In the news, AMC's in trouble. Like they can't really shoot anything. I mean, show anything in any of the new movies being postponed, and they're saying possibly AMC may permanently go under. And that's coming from like Wall Street Journal and other places.
No, that's facts. That's facts. That's facts. One of the things AMC is going to do to try to save themselves is find a mega preacher and try to put their services in their theaters. That's what's going to happen. That's what I would do. Separation of church and state. Church tends to be before the matinee happens. Right? Matinee is around 10:50. Preacher can do a 7 service. Do it that way. That's probably not going to work, but that's what I would do.
I was going to ask how is that going to work with what's going on now? Because there's a separation between church and state for the most part, but not really. Once a lifetime happens, it's not going to happen. But you can entice. Who else would want to use a theater and be in one spot, but in 50,000 locations around America at once? Who else? It's either going to be it can't be a trainer like me because I can't put my people there. But that old word, yeah. If you can't use the theater for showing movies, you use it for oratory teaching. Yep. There you go. Meditation lounges, right? Anything like that. But that's a good thing. They're definitely. I'm glad you set me there because I want to say this here. Then I'm going to hang up and go to the other class. Everybody listen to me. What's happening, some are going to call unfair. Okay? You should hear this. This is me telling you what they're not going to tell you. The wealth gap is going to widen even more. Now, here's the good thing. Small and easy to move businesses that are ready are going to become in the top 1%. Because fast corporation, AMC can't move that fast. But a YouTuber can. Y'all didn't hear me. AMC can't move that fast, but King Batch can. Right? Logan Paul can. The smaller and more nimble you are, the better it is for you to succeed. However, and you should listen, a lot of business is going to go out. That's going to happen. And all it's going to do is create no competition for people like me. And that's going to be unfair. But business is not fair.
Stop letting people tell you it is. He who spends the most for a customer wins. Business and government is set up for the big guy to keep winning. All of you listen, go become the big guy. Because the big guys are going to go out of business. Because they're too big, they won't move, they're still invested in TV ads, and you got to have 15 meetings to make a change and then 6 months for that change to happen. While Kiera can make a change like that. Probably not Target. Target serves food. Food will keep Target essential. And probably not. Target's the number 2 anyway. The number 2 tends to have some security. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. That was our meeting. Hopefully you caught a lot of stuff because I exposed a lot about what we're doing, and that's my goal. I appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow, and we'll give away more secrets. That's just kind of what we do. Antonio, Teach. Oh, wait. God dog it. I'm going to be late. Satish, Miwi, Deanna.
Yes, sir.
I got that meeting with them today, right? It came up in the last meeting. All right, so I don't have time to explain it. Satish, I'm going to need you for the human consultants thing, but I'm going to need you most importantly I have to have a meeting first, but I'm going to need your Indian presence to blow up a new social media, but we're going to talk about, I brought it up last, you were here last, remember that? The meeting?
Yes. Yeah.
We scheduled a meeting. I got the meeting at 4 o'clock my time today.
Okay.
Yes. The meeting at 4 o'clock my time today. And between me and you, well, between America and India, we should be able to make that very good. I have a plan. I just don't have time to talk about the plan right now.
Sure.
All right.
Looking forward to
Get
it.
ready.
Yes.
Get ready.
Okay.
I almost had you on this meeting, but I'm going to introduce you in this meeting. And if there's another meeting, you're going to be on that one. Believe that. As a matter of fact, Deanna, give him the information. I'm going to, and then tell them I'm bringing in the head of ATS India or something, right? Say that, whatever it is. I forget his thingy. Okay?
Got it.
Adding that too. Outstanding. Antonio T. Smith Jr., I'm sorry, hold on. That means you're going to be up at like, it's like 4 a.m. for you, huh? But you don't care. You're ready. You hungry. It doesn't even matter. Just
Yes.
whatever time. Just, hey, man, I got
Time
a long
zone.
clock.
Time zone doesn't stop me.
All right. Well, about 4 in the morning your time, we will be talking to a social media. Okay?
Cool.
All right. So get access.
Yes, sir.
Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plan better. You can dominate. Thank you, everybody. Jump over to the sales training.